It's been so long.
It's been so long. We don't even
Welcome back.
know when this episode's going to drop.
We don't even know. Yes. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? It'd be fun. Yeah. We're all waiting for someone to die. And it could happen.
Well, we've been doing a thing, we should say, is we've been recording episodes based on potential deaths we think could happen.
Yes. We have.
So we have it in the can, so we can get it out quick.
And people we think are likely to die soon. So
Yep.
R.I.P. Timothy Chalamet.
R.I.P.
Gone too
Jay
soon.
Leno.
R.I.P.
It's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's fluctuated more in looks and weight than Jay Leno in the past couple of years.
He looks good fat.
And then he looks weird skinny.
Yep. And that's what we're entering now is the weird skinny Ozempic era. It's gonna be
He's entered the
strange.
weird skinny Ozempic area. But the thing I will say to Jay Leno's credit is I actually don't think it's Ozempic because I also think he will fluctuate. So that's sort of what makes it interesting. Is every time Jay Leno, a new picture drops of Jay Leno, I'm always like, different.
Yeah.
Every time. No matter up, down, it's just always, every time a new Jay Leno picture drops, I always go, still Jay Leno. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell it's Jay Leno. You know my Jay Leno story about I was in Palm Springs-ish area, California, but a little before Palm Springs. So it's about 2 hours outside of LA.
Mm-hmm.
And I do a show, good show, and I'm starting my drive back home. And I didn't have food. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to Chick-fil-A, one of the healthiest options of the fast food world outside of Chipotle.
Sincerely, yes.
Just sincerely, I like Chick-fil-A, minus their thing. But I like Chick-fil-A. It's a good chicken. And I go, all right. And it's important to know there's a massive Chick-fil-A, probably 6 drive-thrus. Like it was like one where it had like multiple drive-through lanes. So big,
yeah. I've seen
big
those.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it looks like a carpool at a public school.
Yeah, but I'm old-fashioned. I said, you know what? I'll go in, have myself a little Chick-fil-A. I'm waiting in line. It's about a 10-person line. I get to about second or third. Behind me, Jay Leno walks in.
Mm-hmm.
Full suit, full Jay Leno. The most Jay Leno can look.
Mm-hmm.
And he is waiting in line. And when I tell you, you've never seen a place come to a screeching halt like this Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
Every single person's Chick-fil-A, watching them all process it was just so. You just went from table to table of people going,
Oh.
there's no fucking way that's Jay Leno. every table, different versions of no fucking way.
It was because the drive-through was too long.
I have no clue.
Maybe he likes
What?
it. Maybe he likes fame.
He was waiting in line. Pleasant. It was a very like down to earth thing.
Yeah.
It was very sweet. He just is sitting in line, look, just kind of staring ahead, just Jay Leno by himself. It was.
I picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
I picture when he was ordering, he was like saying his order, and you look at him and you realize he's reading cue cards from someone standing behind the counter. Like, whoa, wait, really? Y'all have the what's the what
You hear about you
that?
hear about this honey mustard sauce?
That's cool.
It was cool. That's my Jay Leno. I've been around him at shows, but that was one time I was like, I almost went up to him, and then I was like, because we met a couple times, but I was like, I don't even know how to like broach this subject in a Chick-fil-A. I don't know how to do this in a Chick-fil-A, and I didn't want to approach him, even though I kind of knew him, because I was like, when I approach, everyone's gonna go, we're approaching. Once someone breaks the seal of approach, then everybody's like, we're allowed to get pics, we're allowed to talk to him. So I was like, let's see if he can get through this. But also, I was like, do the drive-through, Jay Leno.
Yeah. Did I tell you
Avoid
the
all
bubble
of this.
story?
Say again.
I think I told you the bubble story, right?
Oh, of the
Guy.
wire guy,
Yeah, what's his name again?
Andre Rollo.
Yeah. Andre.
Yeah.
He was at a coffee shop. I was at Vegas, and I like bided my time and walked up cautiously. And like he gets recognized all the time. I was like, hey, just want to let you know I saw your live one-man show at Minetta Theater a couple months ago. I really enjoyed it. because I figured that would be more endearing, right? And he was like, absolutely, man. What's your name? He was like really nice to me. I was like, okay, didn't want to bother you, and I walked away really quickly. And then another goes, hey, it's Bubbles, and, like takes a selfie without his permission. I was like, so I didn't need such a soft touch.
You break it, but you broke the seal.
He didn't see me. I think it was later.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because hey, it's Bubbles is that guy lives his whole life. Hey, it's Bubbles. And it's also he's such a classically trained actor to hear, hey, it's Bubbles. And he's like, I captured what it is to struggle. I captured a performance of what it is to be a really good person, but so corrupted by drugs. I mean, just what an amazing performance for 5 seasons. A character that flowed up and down and but was so constant in the world. And Bubbles, tough.
Bubbles,
tough. I wanted to say, I wanted to talk about this because we talk a lot about silliness on this podcast, and we've noticed things are coming back to silly.
Yes.
And there is like a push to like, let's have fun.
Yes.
There is a wrestler by the name of Danhausen. Danhausen.
Is that 2 words or one?
One word.
Danhausen.
Funny.
Already funny.
Danhausen openly.
The Undertaker? No. A reasonable brand you would buy at Kohl's. A brand of slacks you would buy.
Yes.
Always 20% off. Reasonable, yeah. Danhausen.
Easy, reasonable. Good fit, but you're shopping cheap. I mean, it's not great quality. Danhausen he talks like this, and everything he does is right here, and he's tiny. He's like our size. Might be insulting, but compared to the other wrestlers, he's got to be small. And he's like a vampire, mystical, goofy character, very silly. And his thing is like he curses you. He goes, "You are cursed." And this guy has been like an indie darling, but everybody's always been like, this doesn't work on the biggest level. Can't. It's too silly. He's a vampire. I mean, and WWE decided to like let him in. He has exploded in a way that I probably haven't seen a wrestler catch in quite some time. In this, like, his matches are so fun. I mean, his last match, for reference of how silly this is, and wrestling is silly as art form, he has mini Hausens, which are little people dressed up as him. He also had a cloning machine, so he had a tag team with him and a mini Hausen. Mini Hausen got thrown into the cloning machine turned on, thing came back down, 7 mini Hausens came running out.
It's a dedication to the craft. It's hard work. It's seeing someone work hard at what they do and caring. And it means so much in this modern era.
Yes. Danhausen, the risk every time he goes out there in the world of WWE, where it's like everybody is so serious, so hard on their characters, and him going, I know this sounds insane, but if we throw a little person into my cloning machine and 7 of them come out, I think the crowd will like that. And they did, and like it's working, and it's just so cool. It's so cool to me to be like, it's simultaneously not the kind of wrestling I like, but I'm just like so appreciative of the creative risk this guy is taking to go out there.
Someone from WWE is just like, okay, we're gonna have to find 7 vampiric little people who are all in union. Okay. No. All right. Also stunt trained. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be some work, but let's hope it works.
We're gonna do a cloning machine, which we're going to set up. He'd set up. There was a cloning machine. He had done this whole. There's going to be. It was like he has done such fun work. When he curses you, like you lose your next match at least. Like they're letting it. It's affecting real. Like the wrestlers are like affected by this guy, who is so silly. And it's just
How do
so inspiring to watch and be like, man, he's committing.
alt wrestling?
Yes, but on
Yeah.
the grandest stage.
Mm-hmm.
On the grandest stage of them all at WWE, he is alt wrestling and it's working. And other wrestlers are doing a great job of working with him and like making it work.
Could I generalize too much and zoom out from wrestling?
Sure.
One of the most influential books for me has been a book called The Song Machine. It's about kind of music, how Swedish people write so many pop hits, and it's a long history with a lot of different eras in it. But I think about a lot art and good creativity succeeding, and then the machine catching up with it. And once the machine catches up with it and is able to kind of commoditize every aspect of what was once really inventive and bold art into the most consumable form, art wins again. And it's this constant getting ahead, falling behind. I think we're entering an era where the machine is starting to fail. The machine has been very powerful on all aspects of entertainment for longer than usual, I would say. It's the confluence of social media and the internet. One of the things the book noted that disturbs me was that we expected the decentralization of the music industry into Spotify to lead to a bigger middle class of musicians, more niches being able to find their audiences, but we saw the opposite. Instead of a thickening tail, we saw a thinning tail, and the market share of the top artists became more centralized than ever. It can't last forever. I hope it's the tail over and over again in different forms. Tail, Tale. But I do think that we have moments where even the least savvy consumers are like, this feels like more of the same. I need something different.
Dude, the amount that I've gone on social media and I see something AI and I go, I think this is saving us. It's so bad and sloppy that you do just want to put down your phone.
Yes, because I think evolution has trained us to be very fearful of things that seem human but are not.
Yes. I open it up and I see a baby talking to a cat and I go, no.
And then people are like, oh, AI is going to win out. I'm like, you inherently can't enjoy something when you know it's not created by a person. If you know it's not created by a person, it's just not going to be interesting.
I've said it.
You can
once,
fool
and I'll
people.
say
You
it
can make very human-seeming stuff. I think we will. I think AI is already basically passing the Turing test that our ears won't be able to distinguish.
Yes. Oh, for sure. But the problem, but there's always a moment. You usually figure it out, and it's just a feeling. It just, ugh, and like, I think it's just gross. And I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Anybody who posts a video of a shitty 10-minute action film made by AI and goes, Hollywood is dead, you are the biggest losers on the face of planet Earth.
I don't think they're losers. I think that's engagement bait. I don't even think that's people doing that. I think it roils up people and gets people like you and me. It gets as much hate as love, and I think it's all fake. I think it's dead internet. I think that's prime dead internet. Yeah. I'm reading a book by my favorite author, Adrian Tchaikovsky. It is the fourth book in the Children of Time series. Children of Time is my favorite book. It's called Children of Strife. And they had already established a simulation. They find this big machine created by aliens, and they can't figure out anything about the aliens except this machine. You can go into it and simulate all these different realities, like slight variations, and then over and over again. And the main character is, when we meet her at the beginning of the book, having just escaped a simulation, not realizing, you don't realize it's a simulation while you're in it, and she comes out and talks to the head of the mission. And she goes, but we found the makers. We got in the simulation to try to figure out who made this, and we found clues. And it's like, did you find what you were looking for every time exactly the way you wanted to? Maybe the simulation is just showing you what you want to see. So it's the first author. Adrian's extremely prolific, so he's already writing about the dangers of being given exactly what you want all the time and what it can do to your brain and society. It's very beautiful.
I mean, it's true. It's the same thing with like when I play video games. And I'm like, there has to be a level of difficulty to the video game
Mm-hmm.
that winning feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just turn on social media and it's just what you want to hear, it does become uninteresting. And vice versa, if you turn it on and it's all engagement to make you angry,
Yes, right.
it becomes miserable.
Well, it also uses incredible technological abilities to find the balance that most addicts you.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is terrifying.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Okay. Speaking
Yeah.
of sci-fi, and I already set myself up for sci-fi, we need to talk about time travel and sperm and how much they relate to each other. This is what I think time travel gets wrong. If you go back in time and one thing is different, everything is different. You can't just change small amounts of things. If you were to go back 100 years and let's say pull a fire alarm or stand in the middle of an intersection, you would return to a reality where not a single person you know exists. Not just personally, presidents, musicians, borders of countries would be different. Language itself would be different. Because any perturbance that lasts would eventually find its way to a conception event. Anytime a man impregnates a woman, an ejaculate contains, let's say, tens of millions of sperm. From what I can understand, each unique, each distinctly different based on chromosomal combinations and recombination. That's a big factor as well. Meaning you would get a different person. That is saying to ejaculate into a uterus is to roll a 50 million sided die.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you were to disturb that in any way, you are going to get a different person. And once you create a different person, they have a different life. They might be a different gender. And every person they interact with that could potentially perturb another conception event would lead to a different person. And the disturbance would be exponential or beyond.
I mean,
And I
this
think
is
all you would need to do is stop one person. If you disturb one person just enough to disturb the next conception event.
so. What you're saying is, if we were to be given the classic "go back in time and kill Hitler,"
Oh, Hitler, that would be such a
Really?
massive difference.
all we have to do, because everyone's always like, "I'd kill him as a baby," but really, all we have to do is just shake the house a couple days before with his mom and dad.
You could just walk up and introduce yourself to his parents and say something weird. A year before.
I could do that.
Yeah, but then you would come back to a world where no single person you know, minus a couple octogenarians, would be the same. Your parents would never exist. All your favorite songs never written. All your favorite movies never made.
Wow.
Yeah. This
I
is
would
just
be-
my musings. I don't have any. We can't prove it.
No, it's
Until we can
interesting.
bifurcate timelines.
It's an
It's
interesting
just-
question because it's like, yeah, because then time travel becomes so uninteresting. It really
Yes,
fucks
that's-
up a lot of the movies
Mhm.
because you would go, oh, to travel back in time is to you're basically pushing a restart button
Yes.
every time
Because of sperm.
because of sperm. Because
Yeah.
every single time you're going, and now that dice roll happens again.
Yes. Even if you were to simulate sex at the same time with the same egg, whatever. What's the word? Ovulating. Even during the same ovulation cycle with the same egg. What are the odds the same sperm would make it?
If you're going every single time, that's a 50 million sided die,
Mhm.
or however many are
Mhm.
ejaculated at a time. You're going, okay, then if every dice roll is redone, everything's different.
Yes. And that's just the dice roll. This is a fun fact about sperm, the male body produces about 1,000 new sperm with every heartbeat and 1,000 die. So the circulation is insane. All the sperm you have in your body might be a different set next week. They don't last very long. So that's calling it a $50 million sided die is to say you happen to have sex at the exact same moment on the same day. If you were to do it a different day, you're guaranteed to not have the same child.
Wow.
Isn't that neat?
It's a fun, yeah, I'm trying to think of like the sci-fi world you could create with this, Because what it does is it creates a set of stakes where it's like to change one thing is to change everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to change one thing, and how could you do it in a way that doesn't disturb?
You couldn't.
Well, you could go back. You go, if I go back, if we're going to try to stop Hitler, what if I stop Hitler? It suddenly becomes every day you go back is such
I would never be born. My grandparents would have never, or your grandparents would have never come to America to avoid the Holocaust.
It's true.
Well, my great grandparents here came here before that, but so many people in your lineage exist because of that. What I find the interesting question is how minimally could you behave in the past to disturb things? What would it take? Just being there, just walking around and being seen? Would that? But
then I would also say, now counterpoint to your point, and we're fully in sci-fi world here. But what if? Because I go, okay, but a basketball game,
paradox,
a basketball game, right? When two teams play a basketball game against each other, there are a million different decisions and moments made. There's not just shots, every dribble, everything, all these moments that in theory we are a new dice roll every time. Every time those things happen, every jump, there are muscles that could snap that don't. Everything. And yet
a basketball hits the rim and bounces out because of a centimeter less precision. And
yet, if you ran a simulation between the Oklahoma City Thunder and my beautiful Washington Wizards, 95 out of 100 times the Oklahoma City Thunder will win. Maybe different dribbles, all the things, but they're still going to win. And so my question is, if you restart things, is there still going to be a Hitler? Different mustache, different guy, different whatever.
That's a great question. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it would be very interesting to see what reemerged in new forms. Steven Spielberg is never born and Jurassic Park is never written, but was a blockbuster practical animation dinosaur film inevitable between 1993 and 1997? Probably.
Yes. Probably.
Yeah. I think Trump was inevitable. I think the rise of ethno-nationalism under the unregulated proliferation of social media news would invariably lead to an attempted fascist preying on these kind of regressive notions of race and national unity and xenophobia, because we saw it in Europe. We saw Boris Johnson. We saw Duterte. We saw
it's happened in tons of countries. It's something that's it's like each of those are its own separate thing. But yes, how many things would happen again? How many different times would these things occur?
Yes. How many? Yeah. What was inevitable?
Yes.
Is a great question.
Is there?
There was an interesting thing I think about a lot where Ted Kaczynski was the Unabomber, and he made some legitimate progress in mathematics during his time as a professor. I think he made discoveries in something to do with harmonic functions, and I looked into it, and it's way above my pay grade. He's an incredibly intelligent guy. I can't understand what he proved, much less how he proved it, but it was without question a contribution to the field of mathematics that no one else had made and was needed in the progression of that field. Someone also said if he hadn't done it, someone would have a short time after. Those discoveries are meant to happen. What I think a lot about is Einstein. Einstein, yes, people would have discovered general relativity, special relativity, general relativity, Brownian motion, photoelectric effect. Those were all like along the path that physics was moving. Einstein discovered all of them as one person, and he did it probably earlier than anyone else was going to. If Einstein had never existed, I think we would have seen physics take another 5 or 10 years to actually grab those specific concepts. He was such an outlier among outliers that we might be sitting here on worse microphones with worse internet connection.
Yeah.
We might be sitting here with iPhone 9 instead of 16.
Yeah. Or like I think about, because somebody who plays VR. I like VR. I think it's amazing. They've created incredible stuff, and it just hasn't caught in the zeitgeist. For whatever reason. Like, nobody does VR. You and I could do this podcast in VR, and it would be so interesting and different. But we don't, because it just hasn't caught in the zeitgeist. People just don't care about VR. So
and they don't.
Yeah.
Game Boy tried it in the 90s. Zuckerberg tried it.
Yep. It just, people don't care. People see it at the amount of times I see people like at these stores and stuff where it's like a VR experience. And I always go, I'm like, you could buy this for $200. You could have this experience at your house every day. People just don't. It hasn't caught. And I go, in what version of our society does VR catch? People go, oh, economically, this is where we're headed. So they don't work on this. They work on computers. They go, no, VR is where we're going to work on. And VR is 2 million times further along than it is right now because that would have been the thing.
I think there is a cultural aversion to VR. I think it is cursed. I think we find it the final step to a loss of our humanity that most people aren't willing to take.
Maybe
you are literally separating yourself from the world. You are blocking off senses and disconnecting from reality in a way that I something fundamentally about me is still resistive to that.
Not just you. Most people. Most people put on I just disappear, and then you go, yeah, it's so cool. You're gone. But it's like people don't like it. People get very
as
like,
if a phone isn't just as engrossing.
Yeah. But I'm always like, but you disappear into a video game, but for some reason it's different for people. People don't like the thing of VR, and they don't like the fact that you're separated. It's
My
fascinating.
cousin's the same way. Ryan, who you met, he's the same way, where he is evangelistic about how perfect the technology of VR is and how it must be the future. How could anything this great not catch on?
Yeah. I've been screaming about it for years. I go, you can go on there, you can play these games, Alien, Deadpool, these games, and I'm like, they're spectacular games.
I bet psychologists have studied what the aversion is, and it might be important on some evolutionary level. This might be humanity resisting the final plunge into non-reality.
And in that sense, it's good then. In that sense, it's good because we are already barely hanging on. So it's like, let's keep what we got.
Yep.
But it's so interesting. I've done comedy in there. I've done stand-up.
How'd it go?
I've argued with the people in there because they really love the idea of it. And they're like, that thing of you could sell 30 tickets to the world every day. Just every day, 30 tickets. And every day, I go, it just feels like a Zoom show to me.
Yeah.
It just always feels like there's a delay. It's not, there is a human, it is why I actually believe in stand-up no matter what's going on in this world, because I go, there's a humanity to stand-up that is hard to define.
Yes.
There's something about sitting in a room laughing together and me connecting with you that is just beautiful in a way that even watching it on your computer doesn't do.
No, it never. It's all the senses. I think it's just the immersion in all of it. The warmth of the body next to you, the vibration of the room, the hum of the AC, the knowledge that you can change the course of the events. I think one thing that's incredible about comedy shows is knowing that you could yell out and ruin the show at any moment, and yet no one does.
You could yell and ruin the show. Yes. And you also could, I'm going to talk to you throughout the show. I'm going to do things throughout the show that I am not scripting. I want to keep us on a script because I believe in that script and that script is good, but I am moving it throughout the room because I want to create these moments where you go, whoa, this feels special to us. I love that. I think to me, I go, that's why we do this. I mean, it's like that feeling is so cool.
Feel less alone.
It's why I love it. I mean, that's what my whole hour is about. But my newest one, and that is the thing, and VR just doesn't have that. VR at the end of the day, it's like, but we're all sitting in a room. We're all sitting in separate rooms. We're trying.
It actually makes you feel more alone in a way.
Totally. The feeling of VR is so fun, and when you're playing a game, I think it's different. The games are where I do think that's one mistake VR has made, is they're very into like the communal experience, and I'm like, that isn't what it is. It's like just a game, just games, play games. Because the feeling of going on there, and occasionally I'll go into like the comedy club or whatever, and it's cool, and we're all talking. That feeling of taking it off and going like, oh yeah, I'm alone. Oh yeah, I'm alone in a room. It's just too sad.
Yeah.
It's too sad.
Well, if you want to feel less alone, you can come see me on the road.
Speaking of how great stand-up comedy is,
I'm going to be starting in August. Really, if you happen to be, no, I'll be in Dublin already. You'll miss the show. I'm going to be in Phoenix, New Orleans, Mississippi, Burlington. I'm going to be around Texas, Dallas area, Tyler, Texas, Montana, a couple stops in Montana, Charleston, West Chicago, Pittsburgh, Carolinas, Portland, Atlanta, Detroit, Dallas, Philly, Fort Lauderdale, Denver. Come check me out. And a lot more places. Broussard.live. Please don't go to MatthewBroussardTour.com. It's a fake site.
Google. And then for me, we're talking Brea. We're talking Lexington. We're talking Pittsburgh. We're talking San Francisco. We're talking St. Louis. We're talking more places that I can't remember. We're talking LA. We're talking New York soon. We're talking a bunch of great stuff. Please come see me at DannyJolles.com or punchuplive.com/DannyJolles.
Great episode. Clip it. Clip the whole thing. Post the whole thing as a reel.
People love a 30-minute reel.
30-minute reel, captioned.
30-minute reel, captioned. I'm on it. We'll have video. We'll have visuals.
On
Goodbye.
VR.
VR. Catch us on VR.